Did you know the Hawk Tuah girl launched a mobile app? Her new app is called Pookie Tools and it's a dating assistant. Is this app legit or is this another AI scam?
You gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing.
The Hawk Tuah girl got famous after a TikTok video went viral, and she managed to turn her overnight success into internet stardom and now apparently mobile apps. When it launched, I expected it to go viral. I mean, why wouldn't it? Hailey, the Hawk Tuah girl, has millions of followers on Instagram and hundreds of thousands of subscribers to her podcast, which at one point was the second most popular podcast on Spotify, right below the Joe Rogan Experience. But here's the thing, the app didn't go viral at all. It didn't even get 10,000 downloads. And wait until you see the trend, because there's a little tip in there for app developers, so stick around. I started by looking at the app's App Store page, and I can quickly tell you its ASO, App Store Optimization, isn't amazing, and I'm being really nice here. The name doesn't have any keywords and doesn't explain what it does. The subtitle is very basic, and the keywords there aren't useful. The DPR, downloads per rating, is super high, which is terrible. The screenshots are super basic, and the description is just a list of features. Looks like something ChatGPT generated. Overall, it's pretty clear it's some sort of a thin wrapper on top of ChatGPT. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but those tend to make a lot more money. So I had to download it and see why it's not making any money like those other thin wrappers. I downloaded it and was immediately presented with a hard paywall. That's when you download a free app, but you can't really start using it until you pay. No onboarding, no trial, just a hard paywall that can't be dismissed, asking for $5 a week or $50 a year. Yes, that much money. Apple forbids hard paywalls and rejects apps that do this, but if you've ever submitted an app to the App Store, you know Apple's app review is so consistently inconsistent that this must have slipped through the cracks. I was about to quit the app and delete it from my phone, which is what a hard paywall deserves. But I was too curious to see what's going on inside that I paid the $5 so you don't have to. And if you're happy that I did, let me know by giving the video a like and drop a comment to let me know which app or apps I should explore in future videos. I wasn't really sure what to expect from a dating assistant, but I kind of had a guess, and what I found was similar to my guess. It's a list of tools to help with using dating apps. I had to figure it all out on my own because there's really no onboarding. Talk about an MVP, and here I mean a minimum viable product, the minimumist of all, not most valuable player, because value is kind of limited here. The tools are all using ChatGPT with a custom prompt. That's it. One tool lets you estimate the height of a person from a photo, which wasn't very accurate in my experience. It was really off. Others give you something to say in a chat message, which overall is what you would expect. The prompts are very basic, and I was able to get the AI to tell me its instructions and confirm it's really ChatGPT under the hood really quickly. Plus, I also got it to tell me how to make pasta sauce, which is my test to confirm it's really ChatGPT under there. Beyond the basic prompts, the app's experience and graphics are pretty simple, and there are no transition between screens. Like, who does that? Seriously, who does that? But that led me to check if the app is native or not. Can you guess? No, of course it's not. It was built with Flutter, and I'm not trying to highlight Flutter here because I don't think the poor experience is Flutter's fault. But Flutter devs, is it really hard to animate transitions in Flutter? Well, let me know in the comments, please. I'm curious. We're not done yet because I checked the reviews, the few that it has, and they're hilarious. The negative ones are on point while complaining about the lack of trial and that it's just a money grab, and the positive ones can't be any more fake. I'm gonna drop a link to a few of my favorites in the description of the video in case you need some entertainment. They're really funny. Whoever built this app spent very little time on it, and when I say very, I mean very little time on it. Poor user experience and a hard paywall led to the app not going viral and not getting any real downloads. Our estimates show that the app got 6,800 downloads since it was released, but almost all of those downloads, 94%, came in its first week. After that, downloads dropped very low, so low that we can't even estimate the last few days. It's that low. Here's a tip for developers, the one I promised before. Apple helps new apps by giving them a 7-day boost in search, even if their ASO isn't good. That's what happened here, and that's what will happen to your app, so make sure you use it. But then the week was over, and because the app's ASO was bad, the discovery ended. The last check I did was to explore the app's website. Most high-profile apps have a decent website, or at least something, but that was nothing there, just a privacy policy, probably written by ChatGPT, and an empty homepage, literally an empty page. The website isn't even hosted on its own domain, it's on a Google Sites domain, so someone didn't even try. Now, is Pookie Tools a scam? Poor experience and bad design aren't really illegal, they're just not good, but a hard paywall is definitely scammy. I'm sure if Costa the app hunter was still active, he'd call it a scam. What do you think?